Is Elon Musk pathetically crawling back to Donald Trump behind the scenes? Well, though a triggered Musk denied this on Twitter, the Wall Street Journal is reporting that top insiders are leaking that this is indeed the case and that Musk is crawling back specifically via JD Vance. But before we unpack all that, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and alert bells before you go. All right, friends, let's take a look from this report courtesy of the Fox News sister publication, The Wall Street Journal, one of the most reputable conservative outlets in the country. It says that Elon Musk pledged to start a political party. He is already pumping the brakes. Billionaire seeks to maintain ties with JD Vance, potential heir to Trump's MAGA political movement. So let's take a look. Billionaire Elon Musk is quietly pumping the brakes on his plans to start a political party, according to people with knowledge of his plans. Musk has told allies that he wants to focus his attention on his companies and is reluctant to alienate powerful Republicans by starting a third party that could siphon off GOP voters. Musk's posture marks a shift from early last month when he said he would form what he called the America Party to represent U.S. voters who are unhappy with the two major political parties. As he has considered launching a party, the Tesla chief executive has been focused in part on maintaining ties with Vice President JD Vance, who is widely seen as a political heir to the MAGA political movement. Musk has stayed in touch with Vance in recent weeks, and he has acknowledged to associates that if he goes ahead with forming a political party, he would damage his relationship with the vice president, the people said. Musk and his associates have told people close to him that he is considering using some of his vast financial resources to back Vance if he decides to run for president in 2028, some of the people said. Musk spent close to $300 million to support Trump and other Republicans in the 2024 election. Musk's allies said he hasn't formally ruled out creating a new party and could change his mind as the midterm elections draw near. But Musk and his team haven't engaged with many prominent individuals who have voiced support for the idea of a new party or could be a crucial resource to help get it off the ground, including by assisting with getting on the ballot in crucial states. His associates canceled a late July call with an outside group that specializes in organizing third-party campaigns, according to a person with direct knowledge of the matter. Participants were told that the meeting was canceled because Musk wanted to focus on running his businesses, the person said. Musk and his spokeswoman didn't respond to requests for comment, although I will say Musk did reply or did address this in a very triggered way on Twitter/X, and we'll get to that at the end of this article. Any decision by Musk to nix his plans to start a third party would be a win for Republicans ahead of next year's midterms. Historically, third parties often act as spoilers and pull votes away from the two main parties. For Vance, keeping Musk on his side could prove to be pivotal for his potential presidential ambitions. In 2024, Musk's Political Action Committee, America PAC, spent millions in battleground states such as Pennsylvania to help Trump win. Asked for comment, a spokesman for Vance pointed to an interview with the vice president did this month with the Gateway Pundit, a conservative website. And by the way, calling the Gateway Pundit a conservative website and not like a hellhole of conspiracy theories and dishonesty is very generous. In the interview, Vance said it would be a mistake to break with Trump and the conservative movement. Quote, "So my hope is that by the time of the midterms, he, being Musk, has kind of come back into the fold," Vance said. Musk had a public falling out with Trump earlier this year, alleging that the president wouldn't be sitting in the Oval Office without his support and criticizing the far-reaching tax and spending package that Trump championed. In July, Musk told his more than 200 million followers on X that he would organize the America Party with the goal of competing in House and Senate elections next year. The Tesla CEO argued that the Trump-backed legislation contained too much government spending. Musk, who oversaw the Department of Government Efficiency before leaving the Trump administration in late May, threatened to support primary challenges against Republicans who voted in favor of the bill. There are signs Musk and Trump have reached a détente, at least for now. They've stopped bickering on social media, and Musk hasn't recently posted anything on X critical of Trump or Republicans. Trump posted on his Truth Social in late July that he wants Musk and his businesses to, quote, thrive, adding that their success is good for the country. Trump had previously raised the possibility of terminating Musk's federal contracts, but the Trump administration conducted a review of SpaceX's contracts and determined that most of these agreements were critical to the funding of the Defense Department and NASA, the Wall Street Journal previously reported. As a reminder, we did a video about that, a couple of videos, because it's one of those things, the problem with Trump, because he does so many corrupt, insane things that, you could forget about this. Quite frankly, I forgot about this until reading this article with you all now, which is that Trump not only threatened to cancel Musk's contracts, which would be a hella corrupt abuse of executive authority, that Trump and Musk and MAGA adjacent folks would condemn if President Biden threatened to do that in 2024 when Musk was backing Trump. Again, no principles, just total hypocrisy. And then there was an actual attempt by the Trump administration to follow suit. They did a forensic audit. Like, what the hell can we purge? What the hell can we cut to stick it to Elon Musk? And unfortunately for them, they were like, shit, we really can't cut that many things because the DoD relies on it and, NASA relies on it. But there was an actual concerted effort to screw Musk because Musk politically defied Trump. Now, I don't like Elon Musk. I think he's a loser in so many ways. I think he's incredibly dangerous. But that is an objectively corrupt abuse of power. Just pointing it out there. SpaceX, which Musk oversees as CEO, could benefit from an executive order Trump signed last week that directed the administration to ease permitting rules for rocket flights. As Musk announced his intention to start a party, the one-time presidential candidate Andrew Yang said he'd been in touch with Musk and his team about the effort. Yang, who has previously advocated for a third party, hasn't divulged details of those discussions. Others who support the idea haven't heard from Musk. The billionaire entrepreneur Mark Cuban endorsed the idea of Musk's new political party after the Tesla CEO made his July announcement. Cuban told the Journal in a recent email that he hasn't spoken to Musk or his team about the new party. Some of Musk's own political advisors haven't had conversations with the Tesla CEO or his inner circle about helping him form a political party, according to a person with direct knowledge of the matter. Veterans of Republican political campaigns said Musk would have trouble hiring the network of GOP advisors that he relied on during the 2024 election as he spent millions to boost Trump. If those same advisors helped him establish a party, the Republicans said they would risk permanently damaging their relationship with Trump and his allies. The Libertarian Party has been using social media posts to try to encourage Musk to combine forces with it instead of launching his own party. The party has argued it already has the resources and knowledge to put Musk's idea into action by helping acquire the necessary voter signatures to get on the ballot. The chair of the Libertarian National Committee said in an interview that he hasn't heard from Musk or his team and hasn't received word of any serious effort by the billionaire's allies to establish a new party. Quote, it's almost an eerie silence. It doesn't seem like anything has been in action, neither at the state level or at the ground level. Now, in response to all of this, Elon Musk says nothing at Wall Street Journal says should ever be thought of as true. So, Musk is a liar, pathological liar, an inveterate liar, much like his former puppet and ally, Donald Trump, an inveterate pathological liar. I'll be disappointed if he doesn't follow through with his plans to form a third party because I agree that the consequences for the Republicans would be much more severe than the Democratic Party. Musk would presumably, and the data showed this at the time, would siphon off GOP voters much more than Democratic voters. But I'll be honest with you, like I was kind of surprised that the MAGA civil war between Trump and Musk didn't last longer than what it did. I thought that, perhaps even though the immediate fear that Republicans have is of Trump, given that he is the president, the most powerful man on earth, but presumably only for another 3 years. And Musk once said this during his feud with Trump, is like, well, you'll have to worry about Trump for 3.5 years, but you'll have to worry about me for like another 30. I thought that perhaps that might, weigh in on this and cause a more prolonged civil war. But quite frankly, Trump steamrolled Musk after just a few initial skirmishes. Eventually, just Trump leaned in and, put the full weight of his personality and his position as president to totally annihilate Musk, which is really disappointing because I do think a protracted MAGA civil war would be objectively good for the country because precisely it would undermine the MAGA movement's cohesion and make them less dangerous. So we'll see what happens. But according to this reporting, even though Musk isn't necessarily probably still not happy with Trump personally, he's trying to still ingratiate himself, have his foot in the door with the MAGA movement. And it seems to be particularly his eye is on JD Vance. And I don't know what to make of that. We'll see what happens. But certainly while the MAGA civil war was going on, JD Vance was trying to be diplomatic with Musk along the way. Again, we have no idea what's going to happen here, but the reporting seems to indicate that Musk is slowly crawling his way back, pathetically behind the scenes, into the MAGA movement. And unfortunately, I think the country will suffer as a result because the alliance between Musk and Trump, or Musk and JD Vance, will make both of these people much more formidable than the inverse where they're fighting each other. So it's pretty disappointing news, and it's pretty pathetic of Elon Musk to have gone full scorched earth on Trump only to go crawling back. But again, we'll see what happens. In the meantime, let me know what you think in the comments.